How many meals did you eat yesterday? However you answered the above question, chances are that you actually ate far more frequently than you recall. The majority of us now pack several mini meals into our each day, according to a study at the Salk Institute. And the longer we stay up, the more calories we consume. The scientists speculated that the best way to cut down on calorie intake might be simply to get more sleep, so they asked people who ate over the course of 14 hours each day to cut their grazing times to no more than 11 hours a day and to sleep more of the time. After 16 weeks, subjects lost an average of 3.5% of their excess body weight, just by going to bed earlier. That means that just a few simple tweaks to your P.M. routine can mean serious weight loss success. So open your eyes, here are science-backed suggestions to lose while you snooze. Before that, subscribe to our channel and turn on that bell notification. Step number 1. Schedule tea time. There is something about the ritual of sitting down to a soothing cup of tea that tells your brain to slow down and relax. Some of the best teas for sleep are chamomile, peppermint, lavender and valerian, which actually does have some sedative properties. Step number 2. Limit blue light exposure. Blue light aggressively suppresses melatonin, throws daily biorhythms out of sync, and inhibits sleep. Research shows this blue light delays melatonin production for more than twice as long as other light wavelengths, and alters circadian rhythms by twice the degree. Where do we get exposure to blue light? Pretty much everywhere, these days. Sunlight contains blue light, but this short wavelength light is found in especially high concentrations in digital screens and energy-efficient lighting, including LED and fluorescent lights. In today's world, we're exposed to more blue light than ever before, including at the worst times for sleep and melatonin production, during the evening hours before bed. A 2017 study found blue light exposure between the hours of 9-11 p.m. prime time for Netflix, and that evening scroll through social media on your phone or computer, significantly reduced melatonin production, shortened sleep time, and led to more restless sleep. Too much bright light exposure, particularly in the evenings, compromises our sleep and health, including a greater potential for weight gain. Blue light suppression of melatonin may inhibit the weight-regulating benefits of this hormone and of sleep itself. Step number 3. Set an earlier bedtime. Later bedtimes have been linked to several factors that promote weight gain, including more late-night snacking and a stronger preference for high-calorie foods. Research has demonstrated a relationship between going to bed later and gaining weight. What's behind this connection? There are likely to be several factors at play. Among them, staying up later simply leaves us with more waking time to eat, and to be tempted by the most calorie-dense foods. Self-control, what we often think of as willpower, is a deeply complicated cognitive process, one that scientists are still working to understand. Are we less able to resist ice cream and cookies and potato chips at night, after a long day of decision-making, discipline, and focus? Probably so, and studies show that for people who are sleep-deprived, cravings for junk food become even harder to resist. But there's little question that removing the temptation is easier than resisting it, and that's what an earlier bedtime can do. More time in the evening sleeping means less time available for snacking, at the time when many of us are most tempted. Step number 4. Get light exposure early in the day. Evening light exposure interferes with melatonin production, and that can make it easier for our bodies put on weight. But light exposure isn't all bad for sleep and weight. Far from it. Early in the day exposure to light helps to strengthen our daily, 24-hour circadian rhythms, in part by reinforcing the natural decline of melatonin that happens to us every morning. When melatonin levels drop, you become more alert and ready to be active. That sends you into your day more energized, and apt to burn more calories throughout the day. Morning light also sends powerful cues to your brain that help keep your daily biorhythms in sync. Step number 5. Eat a sleep-friendly snack. Having an after-dinner, pre-bed snack is a ritual in millions of homes. For sleep and for weight control, it's important to keep snacking reasonably light in the evening hours. Research has clearly shown that the when of eating is really important, and that people who eat a greater share of their daily calories at night are very likely to throw their circadian rhythms out of sync and gain weight. But let's face it, most people will go looking for a nighttime snack at least occasionally, if not regularly. The goal is to snack smart. For sleep and weight control, that involves a balance of protein and complex carbohydrates.